Castle, time running out on the shot clock, left it on the front rim. And the Hornets get a couple of stops to start the game. Here's McGowan's, a guy that we've seen plenty of over the last couple of years. To the wing with 12 on the shot clock. He back out top to McGowan's. Off the screen, got downhill in traffic and draws the hit on the play. That foul will go against Mensah. San Antonio Spurs, and that'll be a couple of free throws coming up. Ingram, Sissoko, Mensah, Castle, and Bouye. We saw Castle get a couple of early touches. National champion from UConn. And so far, albeit just after 3 practices, he's looking pretty good according to all reports as McGowan's knocks down the first free throw.
I think they're really excited about what he can do defensively. And, last year at UConn, he sacrificed a lot. He played off ball, and he's someone that's been pretty vocal about his ability on ball. It'll be intriguing to see how he looks with the ball here in the Summer League.
High ball screens for Castle, cross court. Skip pass to the corner with 7 on the shot clock. Bouye got to the rim, found some resistance waiting for him, got a pull with 3 on the clock. And the Hornets get another stop. Much to the delight of first-year head coach of the big team, Charles Lee. McGowan's off the mark, rebounded by San Antonio. Here's Bouye. Pretty good pace to start the game so far for both teams.
That's what I love about the Summer League. These teams get up and down. They just get out and run, and they're still getting used to each other. It's not like they've had a ton of time to play with one another. It's about getting these reps.
Here's Gee, sets the ball screen. Smith Jr. got a clean look, couldn't convert. San Antonio Spurs won 22 games last year. Did not make the playoffs, but of course, they're in a nice position right now and build with Victor Wembanyama in the middle. Here's Sissoko. That comes off. The Spurs with an offensive board. Sissoko on the drive. Great footwork and draws the hit.
That's tremendous. And he's a young guy, just 20 years old. Last year dealt with some knee problems. He said the other day he's dropped nearly 20 pounds. Wow. And you could see he looks a lot lighter right now.
6'7", down to 230. And in this recent draft, Sissoko knocks down the first free throw. City Sissoko 6'7", in his second year with the Spurs, 44th pick a season ago. Goes 2 for 2. A little bit of token ball pressure by Bouye in the front court. Simpson brings it across. Smith Jr. on top. Shot clock down to 7. Got to get to work here. Good defense by Castle. That's what he does, Deuce. He blows up teams' plays in the half court. Bouye at the other end, got it to fall.
And that was all created by the rookie. He is long, a 6'10" wingspan, active out there, and you saw him make an impact right away.
Got the deflection that led to the layup. Tied at 4, just underway. At 3 from the corner, good. Amadou Gay with the bucket. Charlotte leading by 3. Castle sprays it out to the corner. One more with 7 on the shot clock. That one's short. Ingram with the rebound. Gee on the run and flush. An impressive fill of the lane and running the wing.
He's knocking down a 3, then coming down in transition, jamming it at home. It's not like he's known for being a 3-point shooter, so good for him to show some range early in the California Classic.
Undrafted back in 2022, Castle off the ball screen, snakes it. Got a good look at the midi, but left it on the front rim. That's going to be one of the things that the Spurs front office will be watching, Deuce, is how well does he shoot the basketball? Just 27% on his threes in college.
And he didn't get to take a ton of them. And I think they're also confident with their developmental staff to make sure to work with him. They're going to be patient. That's what's so exciting about the Spurs at this point is they've got some young talent. They've got the vet Chris Paul.
50% from the field so far under the sideline tutelage of first-year head coach Charles Lee. As Sophia reported a little bit earlier, comes to the sidelines with plenty of championship lineage.
It's an exciting time for the Hornets. A new front office, new head coach, new ownership.
Yep.
and some young talent. It'll be fun to see what it looks like, and you hope that LaMelo Ball can stay healthy because he can be really dynamic when he's out there.
Just today, re-signing Miles Bridges to a 3-year, reported $75 million deal. Another talented player back for them. Ward a little bit strong on the jumper. Back comes Charlotte, purposeful about getting down the floor. D with one. Buy one, get one free for Gee.
That was impressive control by Gee on that play. Didn't look like an easy pass to control, and he was able to finish it and get the and one opportunity.
Second foul, meanwhile, against Mensah.
Only gets 8 more, Mark.
Players need 10 fouls to foul out. You can really get your hacks. Bouye from deep. You saw Bouye a lot in the G League. What do you make of his game?
You know, he's a fun player. He's just a vet, too. And, you know, he's going to go out there and play hard every single night. And I think it's a good thing for this Spurs team to have someone out there that has the experience.
McGowan playing with his food on the wing, finally fires. And left that short. Here's Bouye. Surveys. Ingram goes cross court. Bouye off the flare. Good offense by the Spurs. Everything but the bucket that time. They'll have another opportunity with Castle. Nice pass to the corner. And ring that one up. Tyson Ward with the jumper. And the Spurs close the gap to within 5.
It's good patience by Castle, and that's an underrated aspect of his game, his vision.
Back comes San Antonio again. Castle was pretty comfortable on the handle. Got to the mid-range. And that one rattles home. Stephon Castle, national champ. Under former head coach Steve Clifford. See what they run out of the timeout here. Smith Jr. on the wing. Coming off the stagger. That 3-ball short. We'll get another opportunity. Here's McConnell. Shot clock down to 5. They got to get to work. A logo 3. Good. Wow, that was a big-time pull by Nick Smith Jr.
He shot 43% from three-point land last year, led all rookies in the NBA, and he's showing his range there.
That's one of the guys that Coach Lee has been building relationships with and being intent and purposeful about doing it. A lot of pros that have done well in the league. Little DHO action. Good defense. The ball comes back to the Hornets, leading by 6. 2.5 to go in the opening quarter. Baseline drive, Slater. One more to the corner. Everything but the bucket that time for Charlotte. Morgan missing the shot. Got a whistle and a timeout going to be called by Coach Trevino of the San Antonio Spurs. The sweep continues now. What is it, 5 in a row? Going back to the regular season? If I'm going to be petty? Can I be petty?
Stay
Summer
petty.
League? Okay.
Stay petty when it comes to Kings Lakers. You can stay petty.
Violation. It'll come back the other way. Charlotte basketball. That's the first turnover of the game for San Antonio. The Spurs have a lot of their assistant coaches dispatched around the globe. Coach Popovich right now with USA Basketball in Las Vegas. And, of course, they have players and coaches representing Australia, France. Into the front court. Simpson. Slater with a clean look from deep. And one and done for the Hornets. Ward on the break. Got into the lane and had it blocked at the rim.
Stevens is a big body there.
Yeah. Big Stevens out of UT Chattanooga, and another block at the other end. It'll stay at that end, Charlotte basketball.
He's got good size. He can pass it a little bit. He can shoot it.
Slater, meanwhile, with the bucket at the other end. Sissoko with some slick footwork, but left it short. Simpson on the move in a rush. Got it! And the biggest lead of the ball game now for the Hornets at 20-19.
Simpson's another vet out there that just knows how to get buckets. He's crafty.
That one comes off as well. Ward, another opportunity for the Spurs. Nelson Jr. draws the foul on the play. Jameer Nelson Jr., the son, of course, of former NBA vet. There's Masalowski, hands it off. Shot clock down to 7. Back out to Sissoko. Lost his balance and turns it over. Under a minute to go. 26-9. Charlotte has been dominant. That's going to be a foul against the Hornets in that first quarter. Simpson out of Michigan, played 4 years. Was undrafted in 2020. He's actually the oldest player on the Summer League roster for the Hornets. Masalowski. Tough shot, comes off. Here's McConnell. Battle open from the wing. And they convert another 3-ball. Battle on the board with his first field goal. Charlotte incredibly shooting 7 of 15 from deep. Whistle and one, count it. Slick move inside by Jameer Nelson Jr.
And Mark, this is good for the Spurs to go through a little bit. I'm sure the coaching staff loves this. Let's have some adversity early on.
Now 29-11 as Jameer Nelson Jr. stepped to the free throw line. Spent a couple of years at George Washington University. 2 years at Delaware before transferring to TCU. And we're going to have a lane violation against the Spurs as Masalowski stepped over the line. Simpson out front, knocks down another jumper, and the beat goes on for the Hornets. Shooting 50% from the field. And that's going to be an offensive foul against the Spurs. Masalowski is going to pick up his second personal foul. Simpson off that high ball screen again, steps back for 3. Loose ball corralled, and then it comes off to the Hornets. Nice dime inside. Slater smoked the layup. Spurs into the front court. Loose ball out of bounds. It'll stay San Antonio basketball.
The Summer League.
Nice backed up there. Nelson Jr., that 3 rims halfway down and out. Well, Simpson really good at pressing tempo. Stevens with another clean look. Ball out of bounds, and it'll be San Antonio basketball. A host of subs coming in for the Hornets. Almost looked like a line change. 3 new players in the ball game for Charlotte. Here's Nelson Jr. Ingram, the Spurs' second round pick, has been relatively silent so far. Nice show and go. Good help defense inside, and the Hornets come up with the steal. Leaky Black.
Yeah, Black's an outstanding defensive player. He starts knocking down a jumper. He's going to last in the league.
McGowan's had that hook come off. San Antonio's got to start making some shots, though. Now just 4 of 26 from the field. Nelson Jr. got to the mid-range and cashed out. Stunned like his daddy that time. Using that ball screen well. Pocket pass inside. Stevens had it knocked away. Milner
That was great defense there by Adolovic to come out and help and strip Stevens. It looked like he was going to have an easy jam.
Here's Adolovic. He didn't miss a shot in warm-up, and the beat goes on for him, Deuce. We watched him knock down, had to be about 12, 15 threes in a row. We get a good look at Keon Ellis, one of the featured players for Sacramento.
He was so big for the Kings last year when he got inserted in the starting lineup due to injury. The Kings defense shifted once he got the opportunity. Now he gets a chance to play in his third season here in the Summer League.
That's a big games down the stretch for Sacramento. He'll be on the call with Morgan Reagan and former San Jose State player Sophia Jones. That's the second half of our doubleheader. Sissoko inbounds it to Nelson Jr. Under 6.5 to go here in the first half. Nelson Jr. off that 45 action, cross court. Ward too strong, and he with the rebound. Hamidou Dia has been a nice strong presence for the Hornets at both ends of the floor. Tough shot and a soft touch by Smith Jr.
This is a really good opportunity for him. We talk about his 1 year at Arkansas where he didn't play a ton of games, and now he's going to be out here handling the ball more and showing what he can do.
Putting on a nice show so far. McGowan's left that one short. Spurs looking to run, but the Hornets back defensively in transition. Ingram into the corner, and there's the second one in a row for Adolovic. He's Adolovic out of University of Pacific, the Tigers.
Just up the road, too. He played high school ball at Vista del Lago in Folsom. So maybe he feels at home.
Yeah, nice to see the local product do well. I'm sure he had to come up with a bunch of tickets for this game, and if he keeps shooting like this tonight, Deuce, he'll need some more for tomorrow's games.
Performance tonight so far.
Did I hear violin, Deuce?
I wish I could have that type of skill.
There are no musical instruments in my background. Although right now the Hornets really playing a tune on the Spurs. Shot clock down to 4. They got to get busy here. Smith Jr. short and rebounded by San Antonio. Sissoko. Ward on the fly. And Bouye couldn't convert.
He flew in there to change that too.
Got a whistle and a traveling.
He played in the G League for most of last year. He was third in the G League in blocks per game, 2.4. And he's just flying out there.
Right.
I also like he's showing that he'll shoot it tonight too. Stretch the floor.
Tell you what, Deuce, you watch enough Summer League basketball, you come to the realization that there are an immense number of immensely talented players around the globe, not in the NBA. Key testimony and a testament to that with another bucket. That one a 3, his second one of the game. He's up to 15. Bouye trying to answer, does. Amari Bouye, San Francisco, played for the Dons, makes it 40-22 with under 3 minutes to go in the first half. And Bouye going to commit the foul on the wing. Remember, you need 10 fouls per period to get into the period. And another Spurs turnover. That's their 8th of the game. 2:30 to go in the first half. Bouye, they left him open. He couldn't make them pay. And so with the rebound out to Castle. Thought about it. Tough pass, made it to Mensah, and he got blocked by the ubiquitous Gee. He has been everywhere on the court. Smith Jr. for 3. And Bouye with the board.
And Castle passed up that 3. I want him to take that. You know, he's got to be able to knock that down at the NBA level anyway. This is the time to take those shots.
Can't pass up many of those opportunities. And we have a hard foul underneath against Gee, 2-time Mountain West Conference Defensive Player of the Year. Undrafted in the recent draft. San Antonio, though, just 8 of 38 from the field here in the first half.
Well, you can't get much worse than that.
No.
It can only go from here, you think.
It's about to go up, Deuce.
Well, the Hornets have just been flying, and just the extra effort out there. You know, you hear coaches talk about that, the multiple efforts, and you're seeing it from this Hornets team. They've been very engaged defensively, which is pretty encouraging for a group that's playing together really for the first time.
Now, we were talking about during the break that Brandon Miller, their all-rookie player, was here yesterday, worked out with the team, and then jumped on a flight, and right now is with USA Basketball's select team, much like the Sacramento Kings' Keegan Murray, who joined them yesterday as well.
Brandon Miller really had some big moments, especially at shooting ability. He looks like he's going to be a really, really good player.
Yeah, he ended up putting up some impressive numbers as a rookie. 17.3 points per game on 37% shooting from the field at 6'8", gives them a lot of versatility on the wing. He's one of the guys that Coach Lee told Sophia Jones he was working on with establishing an early relationship with. Key part for them moving forward. 17-point lead for the Hornets. Here's Smith Jr. Snakes the screen. Steps back, a long two is short. Coach Trevino makes the call from the sidelines. Let's see what head tap is for San Antonio. Castle, great dime inside for the slam to Mensah.
That was a perfect read by him. He saw Gee coming over, knew he could get a wraparound, and he did just that.
Maybe that'll get them in the right way offensively. He flashes to the free throw line. McGowan's 8 on the shot clock, back out to Simpson. Working against Bouye. Black with the show and go. And a little bit of jelly at the rim. Counted and one.
Good decision there to attack that closeout. Go strong to the basket by Black.
So Leaky Black, a member, undrafted last year, knocks down the free throw. Now a little half-court trap look by Charles Lee and the Hornets. Boy, they put a few things in, Deuce.
I love it.
They've been using their practice time.
And this is what you need to do. Experiment. Put your guys in different spots.
Castle shakes out of the corner and laces the three.
And that could do something for his confidence. We talked about him passing up one earlier. Launch it.
Coach probably said, if you pass up another one, you're going to sit next to me.
We've seen Mike Brown do that to Keegan Murray many times during his rookie year.
It's a great teaching tool. It's about a 10-second difference between the shot and game clock. Simpson out to Gee. He's had a hot hand. This one comes off. Smith Jr. missed the follow. 7 seconds to go. They've got numbers here. Out for the corner three, short. Another opportunity. Smith Jr. No, McGowan's with the block. And Duncan, and that was, as it would be for a lot of people, quite the highlight. And that's going to be the end of the first half of play. A lot of victories, not defeats for him, and we're going to have an offensive foul on the first possession against the Hornets. That's going to be against Gay. Bouye over to the wing. Sissoko. Showing him a lot of bodies, got to the rim in traffic and drew the hit. CD Sissoko out of France, 6'7", 230, going to the free throw line. Great to see him moving as well as he is, because a little over 6 weeks ago he had a scope, a procedure on his knee, and Deuce, getting back and getting healthy, getting practice, getting good reps leading into Summer League is so important for a guy like him.
And you can tell he wanted to get back. They were anticipating he was going to play in Sacramento. They were talking about, okay, we'll get him going in Vegas. So practice has been going well for him. And, you know, he's a young guy. He understands how important these type of reps are for his game, to work on it. And they tested out. He's lost 20 pounds. He wants to see what it feels like out there.
He was one of 5 French-born rookies this past season. Wembanyama and Bilal Coulibaly, a couple of notable ones. Smith Jr. on the bounce, working against Castle. That's a tough guard, and boy, Smith Jr. put a clip on his mixtape with that move.
That was a beautiful spin move, and not an easy shot over a guy like Castle, who's really long. And how about Gee again?
Yes. Great rim protection. Out to the wing for three. That one a little bit strong, rebounded by Guy. Jump hook is off the mark. A good activity once again inside by him. Here's Bouye.
That was great defense by him on the other end, staying vertical on that contest.
Bouye float game, rims up, tipped up and in by Sissoko. Check that, that was Nathan Mensah. Black out top to Simpson. In rhythm with a little bit of confidence. Guy had that one come off. No, Castle's handle is a lot better than a lot of people might realize.
Paul, who you signed with the Golden State Warriors after the Warriors let him go, or signed with the Spurs rather after the Warriors let him go, and that's going to be so big for his development.
Well, San Antonio bringing Chris Paul aboard. I'm already imagining a lot of scenarios where there's a Chris Paul lob off a flare back screen that goes to Wembanyama for a slam, right?
Hey, Chris Paul's going to love that. He's going to be racking up the assists, and there's no better guy to be connected with Victor Wembanyama.
Mensah with the slam. Let's go courtside to Sophia for more on Castle.
Talking about Castle, he's a member of the resurgence of UConn men's basketball. He won the recent NCAA championship and was actually 2024 Big East Freshman of the Year, unanimous. And he broke Carmelo Anthony's record for Big East Freshman of the Week, winning it 11 times. For him, it's also a transgenerational full circle moment. His father, Stacy, played at Wake Forest with another and great Spurs forward, Tim Duncan. Now, Stefan has a chance to play with potential Spurs great forward in Victor Wembanyama.
When you think about the coaching he got from Dan Hurley, and now he was one of the best college coaches, and now he gets to be with Greg Popovich. He'll be prepared.
That Spurs culture is as indelible as they come across the league. Leaky Black spins, pulls, got it, man. Leaky slick with it out of North Carolina. And Charlotte still in command, leading by 13. Leaky Black in the ball game now with 5 points. Amari Bouye on the bounce. Nice hezzy with the left, got it.
That's that vet move right there.
On the run out, Gay punching it home.
Run the floor, big man. They will find you, and he is everywhere tonight.
He has been the most impressive player, arguably, on the floor this evening so far. Couldn't get the landing gear down in time that time and took a hard fall on the foul.
There, don't be afraid to push it a little bit.
Yeah. On the sideline, Summer League first-time coach Trevino. As you mentioned earlier, he started as the Spurs equipment manager, then video coordinator. Spurs have a way of keeping it Spurs. Simpson with the midi. A little bit strong. Bouye with the board. Comes off that nice drag screen. Great pocket pass. Tough shot, never made it. Bouye with great anticipation, but couldn't keep it in bounds. So good effort that time, and wonderful rim attack by Mensah. As Ward gets ready to come into the ball game for San Antonio. Charles Lee getting his first chance as a head coach on the sidelines for the Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah, he's someone that's been waiting for this opportunity for a long time. Went through interview processes with so many teams, and he's been a part of some really good teams with Boston and Milwaukee, and had a lot of responsibility, especially last year with Joe Mazzulla's staff.
You mentioned Joe Mazzulla. I spoke with him a little bit earlier today and asked him what's the coach's secret at any given moment and building trust at a high level, and provides a whole bunch of positive energy and great strategy as well. So he checks a lot of boxes, as does Castle. That three ball looked pretty smooth, Deuce.
He said it too. He believes in the three-point shot, and he thought he could have had more opportunities last year, but they had some really good shooters on UConn. So he sacrificed, and here he is showing it, knocking down a couple now.
Smith couldn't connect on that corner three. McGowan got the rebound. Back out to Black. Raises up, sprays it out to McGowan's. Well, he had 2 good looks and couldn't convert. Here's Bouye. Quickly up to Castle on the rim attack, draws the hit. And will go to the free throw line. So the rookie out of UConn is available tonight.
They're really excited about Devin Carter, and I know you've seen him over the years as a youngster. His dad, Anthony Carter, who was an absolute dog in the NBA, and Devin plays that same style. A little more explosive, I think.
Kings fans are going to love him. A little bit more accomplished, I think, at the offensive end, especially as a three-point shooter, but his length and his point of attack defense is really going to be beneficial to Sacramento. Castle knocks down the second free throw. Deuce, we have a ball game. It's an 8-point contest.
Spurs are shooting 28%. They have to feel good about this at this point. And yeah, you just got to keep playing. And it starts with what you do on the defensive end, that type of effort. They're bringing it. You see them. You're starting to see the energy come back in. I think the guy I've been looking at a lot, obviously, is Castle. And to see his progress in game, where he looked a little apprehensive at times early on. Now he's being more aggressive, attacking, taking the three-point shot. I love it.
9 points in the ball game for him, and really impactful at the defensive end. Here's Simpson off the Iverson screen. Got by Castle. One more to the corner. Good closeouts by the Spurs in rotation, and Stevens off the great dime inside for the layup.
Yeah, you had 2 guys go to the corner there, flying around, but it left Stevens open for that easy look.
Castle showing his handle. Ingram missing the mid-range. Charlotte shooting 39% from the field. Out to Stevens. Okay, so he's got the 3 ball as well. Stevens dials up a long one. Jake Stevens out of UT Chattanooga. Played with the Capital City Go-Go a season ago with the Washington Wizards. Milner Jr. checks into the ball game for the rookie Castle. Seven seconds on the shot clock. Boy, Charles Lee really engaged on the sidelines. Out of bounds and off. 9 points, getting a breather right now.
Think about what Lee's feeling, just finally getting this opportunity. He's on the sidelines, running a team. He's been grinding for a long time.
Ward with the turnaround, slick move, good footwork. Yeah, back to Lee. You had mentioned the fact that he had been a leading candidate for a head coaching job for a couple of years going now. Spoke with people in Toronto last year, and he was extremely impressive in his interviews there. He eventually gave the job to Rajakovic. And off the miss, here come the Spurs. A chance to cut the lead below double figures. Ward. Milner around the screen, and that's going to be an offensive foul. 10 team fouls before you shoot the bonus.
Performance night so far.
10 personal fouls before you foul out.
I wish I could. Do you like that rule?
I love it. Nobody wants to see these guys sitting.
They got to play.
Yeah.
They got to figure it out.
Especially some of the marquee guys, as Jameer Nelson Jr. will check into the ball game to run the point for Bouye. What do you make of Bouye's game so far? You've seen a bunch of him.
You know, he is just one of those guys that I think can come in and run a team. I think the biggest question at the NBA level is just his size, right? You know, and that's what's so crazy is that there's these guys you see at the G League level. They have so much talent. Simpson's got a ton of talent. Beautiful feed there to McGowan's, and you know, Simpson's the same thing. It's not like he's not good. Right. It's can you defend your position at the next level? Can you deal with the speed and physicality? And that's going to be the challenge for some of these smaller players.
Nelson Jr., one of those players, had it knocked away. Comes out to Ingram. Nelson Jr. relocates to the three-point line. Great hustle. Knocked away underneath. Good defense by the Hornets by Slater. McGowan's on the probe. Slater fires. Boy, he started it at the defensive end and couldn't come up with the bucket. Ingram behind the screen. Tough fadeaway. Loose ball, it'll come back to the Las Vegas. Or really, Deuce, for basketball, zealots like us, it's the best time of the year, right? To go there and see players and coaches and front office people and to mingle and to spend some informal time with them.
It's so fun. I mean, if you're a basketball junkie, you can make the trip. Get on out there. Games all day. You go between Cox Pavilion and Thomas and Mack, and it's fun seeing all the young talent. How about the growth of it?
Yes.
Last year was absurd with Victor Wembanyama and Scoot Henderson playing, and there was a legit buzz in the building. It was cool.
It all begins on Friday, July 12th. Primetime doubleheader on ESPN. 59-44 here, and that ball did a few victory laps, finally went home. It's down to a 14-point game. Spurs hanging on to the rope. Here's Simpson. That pass was coming in a little bit. Great visual. Jameer Nelson Jr. on the cross. Good help defense once again by Gee.
That's a nice player to have on your back line for some help. McConnell was a little off balanced, and Gee flew in there and knocked that out of bounds.
Jameer Nelson Jr. getting into the paint at 6'2". You were talking about the size of some of the guards and some of the players in the G League and some of the smaller guards. You know, sometimes I think there's an unfair bias against shorter guards, Deuce, because we saw during the NBA Finals that sometimes there are even bigger guards that don't guard as well as some smaller guards.
Hey, that's true. And you know, a lot of it too is how long are these guys? And Gee with another finish, and he's had an amazing night here in his Summer League debut. But yeah, I think it's for these smaller guys, are you going to play physical? Do you have some length? It's just tough when you don't have the wingspan, because you can play the greatest defense ever. Guys can just shoot right over the top.
And Nelson Jr. with their last bucket. That rebound a little bit strong. Here come the Spurs on the run. They've got numbers. Had a 3-on-2. Inside, the reverse came off. It'll stay at this end, though, with 19.4 to go in the third quarter. You feel like San Antonio, though, is starting to get a little bit more rhythm here. Well, the results haven't quite shown. Getting back to that part about smaller guards defensively, I can remember a time when Chris Paul was a member of the NBA's all-defensive team.
Yep.
Jameer Nelson Jr. with 3 on the clock. Ward with the look for 3. Simpson with a rebound, has a little bit of time. 2 seconds to go. It'll count. Draws the foul at the end of the quarter. Game coming up, Team China taking on the hometown Sacramento Kings, the second half of our doubleheader tonight. Get a look at head coach Doug Christie of the Summer League edition of the Sacramento Kings. I tell you what, we had a chance to watch Doug take his team. Oh, man! Gee! Going OG style. Caught a body.
He is putting on a show tonight. 21 for him.
He was up looking down at the rim from the clouds. Simpson with the hezzy. Back out to battle. Nice ball fake. Float game was short. Simpson on the baseline, double teamed. They swing it around to Battle. Great ball movement and the cash out by Battle. Boy, Charlotte playing wonderful basketball.
They're just playing the right way. The ball is popping, and that's what's encouraging. You know, so many times we talk about individual numbers in the Summer League. Coaches want to just see you play the right way.
Yes. Green hands it off to the wing. 4 on the shot clock for the Spurs. He gets it back. Nice ball fake. Missed the 3, and we're going to have a foul underneath against Battle. Let's take one more look, Deuce. College, then Stony Brook, and on to Pittsburgh. Milner Jr. from the elbow. Another opportunity for Jameer Nelson Jr. Had 2 good looks. Simpson on the break. Goes tween, got to the rim. Man, he's slick with it. Simpson with the bucket.
We still haven't seen their other rookies from this year Tijan Salon, who's out tonight, he'll be playing in Vegas. They're really excited about him, and I watched some of his game, and let me tell you, he's raw, but he is first-team all-confidence. It's a lot of fun to watch someone at his size. And speaking of someone at a smaller stature,
gotta love it.
Simpson again on the attack.
He's been impactful here this evening. Xavier Simpson. That's going to be knocked out of bounds, coming back the other way. His star wing player with USA Basketball Select Team a few hours ago in Las Vegas, and got back here courtside to coach his team.
Wow. Well, I'm sure Brandon
He didn't take the bus, okay?
Yeah, I'm sure he was on. I don't know if he was on Southwest either, but I'll tell you what, that's impactful too for a young player. You see your head coach show up like that, and Brandon showed up in Sacramento, and got some practice with the team, and you could tell he really wants Brandon to take
player and has a raw athleticism that has drawn developmental comparisons to Giannis Antetokounmpo. He said that there's a fire in me that pushes me to be my best in every play. He's currently out, but we hope to see that fire in action in Las Vegas.
Wow. If you're getting compared to Giannis on any level, that's pretty impressive stuff. If you're doing that.
Yeah, at 6'9", a 7'1.5" wingspan, a 9'2" standing reach, and he's got an intense motor.
Right.
So, it's going to take him some time, but look, he's 18 years old.
Got a great pipeline that starts at a place called INSEP. If you know anything about French basketball, that's their basketball academy that has been successful for a number of years, turning out such players as Tony Parker, Boris D. USA, France, gold, silver. And take your pick, Deuce, for bronze in the upcoming Olympics.
Australia's got a lot of NBA talent, and they move that ball. They got to shoot it. I think they're going to be really interesting. It's going to be fun to see what USA looks like, too. And then you've got Canada. They've got a lot of legit talent, too. It's a little different than back in the day when U.S. would win every game by 75.
The globalization of the sport has been fun to watch.
Amazing.
Hornets with the rebound into the front court. Approaching 6 minutes to go here in the fourth and final quarter. That corner three, good. Charlotte continuing to connect from deep. That time it was Matt Morgan. 75-51. And still looking to push the pace. Nick Smith Jr. Morgan off the screen, a good look. Boy, he's getting his jacks up early in this game. As soon he doesn't even have a against Battle. And this is how you win coaches over too, with a little full court pressure.
Relentless, and that's what Battle does. He's a really good defensive player, has some good length.
Sissoko defended well. Bouye with a nice cut. Couldn't get the layup. Ingram with the putback.
That's just smart basketball by Bouye. Shot clock's winding down. Cut to the basket.
Move without the basketball. One of those real underrated skills. Smith Jr. with some get action. Back out to Morgan. Shot clock already down to 6 for Battle. A contested three is off the mark. Rebounded by the Spurs. So Castle into the front court. Got a great screen from Mensah. Bouye for three.
That was a beautiful pass.
A little bit of the playmaking ability from Castle, right?
And that's what they're excited about, and I don't think he got to show that all the time at UConn, but he has it in his game. And talking to the Spurs before the game, they know that he sacrificed a lot, which shows what type of person he is and what type of teammate he is.
Sissoko driving and draws the foul on the block. The foul last season, all off the bench with the Spurs. As Slater comes into the ball game, Battle comes out. We were talking about potential medal finishes in the upcoming Olympics, and spoke to a friend of mine that watched the USA basketball workout today. He said, and this is a quote, Steph Curry was murdering that closer three-point line for USA. Forgot about that guy.
It's going to be fun seeing him play for Team USA, and what a star-studded team they have.
Morgan with a Curry-like three from way out near midcourt. That's his third one of the ball game.
I like that look from Castle, too. Had the defender on his back, created that space, just missed the shot.
Smith behind the Stevens screen. Good defense that time by Bouye. Castle off the drag screen. Good screen by Sissoko. Tough catch in traffic. Sissoko. Well, he worked for that shot. He really worked for it.
I really like Castle's patience with the ball.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like he's trying to rush, plays at his speed.
That three a little bit strong, and you see that happen so often at the professional level in the NBA, where guys get to showcase skill sets that they never get to showcase at the collegiate level. Speaks to how well Castle actually played his role at UConn as well. Off the screen from Mensah. Nice slot cut and one for Sissoko.
That's what I want to see from him. He's a big guy. Go strong to the basket. You may have lost 20 pounds, but you're still strong enough to get to the victor. I mean, it's going to be so fun to see how he continues.
Stevens going to go to the free throw line.
I felt like they move the ball, they play the right way.
Sohan playing point guard. Jeremy Sohan playing point guard. And
you have a coach on the floor now.
For point guard play for his incoming point guards. Great move. Castle inside. Got it. And there's your...
Down a couple of threes.
Really got more comfortable, especially if get you on the curve. Huh? Stevens knocks down. That's the first miss of the ball game.
Came out and showed a little bit of everything. And I think it's a bit... You got to have some of that in the summer league. You get 10 of them, might as well use them. But
battle. Deep pull knocks down the... Undrafted in this past June's draft and shooter as the building continues to fill up. 3 games over the next 4 days. Dalovich with the miss. There's a sweeping hook shot from McConnell. Stevens got the second. The Summer League Spurs. And a first unofficial win as the